Welcome back, everyone, to your Friday night. It's Friday, December 11th, second stimulus package and second stimulus check update, and we have a ton to cover in this video. So much breaking news. In this video, we have to discuss the elephant in the room, the vaccine, as well as the new bill that was passed in the Senate and then ultimately signed by President Trump, as well as, of course, your second stimulus check. So, without further ado, let's get started and uncover this news. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, if you have been enjoying my content, you have been enjoying my updates, as always, go ahead and just smash the like button, give the video a big thumbs up, smash the like button for me. Just will help with that YouTube algorithm, so it does support me and my channel. And of course, if you haven't already, do hit the big red button, the subscribe button. We actually, overnight up until the morning, we hit 4,000 subscribers. We hit the big 4K, 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. I couldn't do it without you. So if you do want to be a part of this amazing community and you do want to be a part of this channel, go ahead and hit that big red button, the subscribe button, as well as hitting that notification bell as well. That will notify you every single time I do make a new video. And if you feel that you have someone that you know, if maybe a family member or a friend, feel free to share my videos as well. You can share it with a friend, share it with someone in your family. That way they will be in the know as well. So let's begin. Let's start with the overarching topic. Just in the last hour, this is breaking news. I had to turn the camera on because of this developing news. The FDA has now officially authorized the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. The FDA has now cleared the way for this vaccine. Millions of doses are ready to be shipped. 2.9 million doses, that is, are already going to be shipped just over the next week. Pfizer has said that it will be able to do 25 million doses by the end of the year and up to 100 million by the month of March. Now, there is a pecking order here. It doesn't mean that you will be getting the vaccine next week. Of course, the most vulnerable, the highly vulnerable people first are going to be getting this vaccine, and then it'll be rolled out from there. We have to acknowledge the fact that this authorization is a historic turning point in a deadly pandemic that has claimed more than 290,000 lives just in the United States alone. So this is definitely critical. Certainly a momentous occasion. We do have the right to somewhat celebrate tonight because the vaccine will save millions and millions of people ultimately. This decision now makes the United States the 6th country to authorize the vaccine, in addition to Britain, Bahrain, Canada, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico. And other authorizations, including by the European Union, are actually expected within weeks. So the vaccine is absolutely rolling out, and it is here just in time for the holidays. Also, a very historic speed at that. Very fast. This could have taken years or potentially until just next year, but we actually got it before the end of 2020, basically within the same year. Truly historic at that as well. Astounding to see the innovation. This is truly a watershed moment in not just the nation, but global history for that matter. But we also have to discuss, let's now move on to the looming government shutdown. Remember, I had explained in last night's update that we were in the midst of a potential government shutdown. If the Senate could not agree on a funding bill, the government would shut down amid the worst pandemic we have seen in over a century, and this would be an abject disaster if we had a government shutdown during these dire times. So if the upper chamber of Congress did not come to terms, we would have seen tonight at midnight, by the time you're watching this video, the government could have already been shut down. But at long last, the Senate finally accomplished something, probably the first accomplishment in months for that matter. So the Senate has passed a 1-week stopgap funding bill to continue funding the government for exactly 1 week. Thus, the government is now funded until next Friday, buying the government some more time to hopefully bang out some deals in regards to larger, broader legislation for the fiscal year of 2021, as well as hopefully, cross our fingers, some coronavirus aid relief. Also today, Friday, the Senate passed a major authorization defense bill, decisively passed with an 84-13 vote, a veto-proof majority for Trump, who had threatened the bill if it did not include some of his demands on internet liability laws. So, round of applause to the Senate. We have averted a government shutdown for an entire week now. The new deadline is next week. If the government does not come to terms, then we will see a government shutdown right before the Congress adjourns for the holiday season. It's coming on the heels after a slight delay because Senator Rand Paul objected to the Defense Authorization Act and delayed all of the Senate work. So we have officially avoided a government government shut down tonight by midnight, as President Trump did ultimately subsequently sign this bill. But now lawmakers have just 1 week to iron out these tricky and partisan issues that are at hand. Otherwise, we can unfortunately witness a total collapse of the negotiations and talks. It's also worth noting that the highest court in the nation, the Supreme Court, redirected yet another Trump lawsuit in an attempt to overturn Biden's victory. Trump called this the big one, as it incorporated many states. And now the Electoral College will in fact be meeting Monday to presumably elect Joseph R. Biden as the next president of the United States. So you've made it this far. Now we could talk about your next stimulus check. So the fact is that the picture is looking a little bit more rosy in regards to stimulus checks specifically compared to last week or the week before, because the White House offer has sort of made a turning point in these negotiations. Now that the White House offer is calling for $600 stimulus checks, of course that is half off of the full stimulus check, it could in fact cement the fact that stimulus checks are in the next stimulus legislation as opposed to them being left out. Of course, the bipartisan proposal did not include stimulus checks. It would have not called for any stimulus direct payments to be sent to Americans. The $908 billion deal, according to Nancy Pelosi, even though it does not include stimulus checks, could act as a framework for another deal. And when Pelosi was asked by reporters in regards to stimulus checks being in the next package, she actually said, quote, "It's up to the president." And last week, President-elect Joe Biden also told reporters that stimulus checks, quote, may still be in play. And right before the Senate voted on a continuing resolution to keep the government funded for 1 more week, specifically Bernie Sanders, senator from Vermont, pleaded and demanded on a provision that would send $1,200 payments to Americans. Sanders and GOP Senator Josh Hawley made impassioned pleas for the government to take more action and provide more direct relief ahead of the holidays. Sanders also mentioned his withdrawal of an objection to the stopgap funding bill. He went on to say, quote, "I am not one of the members of the Senate who shuts down, does this and does that, keeps people here for the weekend. I don't do that, but this I want to say right now, I am prepared to withdraw my objection at this moment, but I will not be prepared to withdraw an objection next week." He continued on saying, "We will deal with the financial crisis facing tens of millions of Americans, and if I have anything to say about it, and I guess I do, we're not going to go home for the Christmas holidays unless we make sure that we provide for the millions of families in this country who are suffering." It is totally devastating to even conceive the fact that more action has been taken to block stimulus and obstruct stimulus to the American people than to actually pass it and implement it. What a shame, and I really hope Congress can do something before the holidays, because millions and millions of families will not be having a very happy Christmas dinner, nor will any children, for that matter, be getting some good gifts. I had thought about this poll in a previous update, and I mentioned it, and we got an interesting mixture of comments, but I want to do the poll again for you guys as we have a bit of a larger audience now. If you had a sacrifice, if you really had to pick and choose, which one would you sacrifice? Do you think we should have unemployment benefits or direct payments? Which one do we need more? Which is more of a necessity? The stimulus payments or unemployment benefits? Which one do we need more? Let me know down below in the comments. We'll keep the discussion going. As always though, if you did enjoy this update, give it a big thumbs up. Smash that like button. So many more updates are to come. This is such a critical turning point right now this next week, especially with the vaccine rolling out and being distributed for the first time in the United States of America. And if you want to see more from my channel, hit that big red button, the subscribe button. I just hit 4,000 subscribers. We hit 4,000 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you. I thank you again. Hit that notification bell as well, and share the video with someone else. Share it with just 1 or 2 people. That's all you have to do, and we could really grow this community and make everyone more privy and more in the know about what's going on. We have to stick together during these trying times. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.